I'm Kiera Morgan. Thanks for joining me behind the camera today for Coffee with Kiera, sponsored by the Human Bean in Newport and Lincoln City. And today I am with Lorna Davis, and she has her wonderful Human Bean raspberry smoothie that she seems to be enjoying very much.
It's delicious.
So, Lorna, it's great to be here with you. Of course, it's in a different capacity than how we used to get together when you were in charge of the Newport Chamber of Commerce. And now you're the new manager for the Port of Toledo. So, tell us a little bit about that and what you do.
Well, thank you, Kiera, for having me today, and thank you, Human Being, for sponsoring. I am thrilled to be back at home because after I left the chamber, of course, I went to travel Oregon for a little while and did a lot of traveling, and then all of that has ceased to be. And this opportunity came up when Bud Shoemake, the retired manager, was leaving, and it was just a real natural fit. I'm about 5 minutes away from home, and I have always admired the job that Bud and the commissioners have done at the port and the staff, and seen the amazing growth that has happened at the port over the years. And for the manager's role, I have to oversee the operations of the port, which includes a shipyard, industrial park, marina, and a number of public places, including a paddle park, a boat launch, a waterfront park. So there's a lot of moving parts to my role, but certainly not without excitement.
That sounds wonderful. Let's talk about some of these different aspects that the port offers. First of all, let's talk a little bit about the shipyard.
Well, the shipyard is our crown. It's the jewel in our crown, I should say. It was acquired several years ago, and with a Connect Oregon 5 grant, they were able to expand the shipyard out and acquire a 660-ton lift that can lift some of the bigger boats out of the water. We already had an 85-ton lift, and so we're able to work on everything from recreational boats to the big crabbing boats. And we do a number of services here. We sponsor or make boats larger. We can install equipment. We do welding, sandblasting, and painting. So there's a variety of things that the port has to offer. But we also we home 37 different small locally owned businesses that work here, vendors that work out of the shipyard as well. And we just opening our new environmental building. We're not quite finished with some of the things that need to go in it, but we do have our temporary occupancy permit. So we put our first boat in there yesterday. And it's so exciting to come at that time and to walk into an operation when it has something that big happening, because really it's one of the biggest things that's happened in Toledo in the last decade. So that's a nicer place for us to be able to work. We're out of the elements, and it also offers a better environmental stewardship opportunity for us as well.
And let's talk a little bit about the marina. That's also something that's really huge here in Toledo.
Yes, the marina has 2 boathouses, and there's transient docks, and then there's also other slips for people to rent. They can tie their boats up there. We have a family boating program and a group of volunteers that keeps that active. Of course, for COVID, we weren't able to offer that last summer, but we're really hoping to be able to do that this summer again. And it's where youth can come and they have a safe and environment to come and be instructed on how to build boats or how to sail. We have kayaks and life vests and all of the equipment, and it's a free program.
And you also have the park, right?
Yes, the Waterfront Park. It's a beautiful space with a berm built up as an amphitheater, and there's a paved path along the river with a viewing platform. We have a gazebo that has a kitchen in it, and people rent it for private parties. Right now we're not having public events at it, but that's understandable, and that will change.
So let's talk a little bit about the wooden boat show. And of course, last year that had to be put on hold. Do you know what the plans are yet for moving forward with that this year?
The committee is still meeting on a monthly basis, and we'll be sending letters out to vendors and sponsors to see if there's still an interest or save the date. But we won't make a final determination until June 9th, and it will definitely depend on what our state and local regulations are and restrictions. It's a little bit too far out to call at this point because the date is usually the third weekend of August.
All right. So what are some other things that the port does and is involved with?
Well, let's see, that cardboard boat race that's in the wooden boat show. I've been in that a few times. I had the most spectacular sinking my first year. That's a partnership with Georgia Pacific. Well, the port has a welding lab, and we have a collaboration with the Lincoln County School District and the Oregon Coast Community College. And we offer a program to high school students that is teaching them welding. And so it's a marine trade. And so instead of growing children here and then exporting them, we hope to have them work within the community because it's certainly applicable skills that they can work in the fisheries industries and with the boat owners. We also have an intern program at the shipyard, and so we have some high school students that take on the internship, and we train them, and then some of them have actually been hired to work here. So it's a really good opportunity. It's a win-win situation for us, the students, and the college and the school district.
And of course, the port has always had a good relationship with the city. Can you talk a little bit about some of that collaboration?
Yeah, the city and the port work very well together. The city is currently getting ready to beautify downtown, and I'm on that committee. I haven't got to have a lot of participation just yet, but we want to be helpful with the city with the programs that they're trying to develop, and they likewise have been a great partner for the port as well.
So, Lorna, is there anything else that you would like to talk about in regards to the Port of Toledo?
Well, yes, a little bit more about the environmental building, and it wouldn't have been possible had it not been for Business Oregon and for the Connect Oregon 6 grant that we received to put the building up. They've been an outstanding partner for us, and again, that building was made possible by vision, but also by those strong partnerships.
And the Port of Toledo is open for business?
Yes, we are. Absolutely. Monday through Friday from early till dusk, I would say. But we have some great staff. They work behind the scenes. There's a lot of years of skill that the staff bring with them. And we've gone from 3 to 36 employees. So a lot of growth in the last decade. But with that growth has given us opportunities to be able to do some really great work.
Well, Lorna, thank you for joining me on Coffee with Kiera, sponsored by The Human Being in Newport on 6th Street and Highway 101, and in Lincoln City on the north end of town on the west side of the highway near TLC Credit Union. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Kiera Morgan for Pacific Northwest News and Entertainment.